yo, lesson here, babe. You come at the king, you best not miss.
All right, good people. This is a brief AMA, an open panel. Okay, till about 7:38 when Art comes on, and then we're gonna bounce. So, like they say, my partner used to say, get in early, get in deep. Instant Media, Adric, Prince, Louis, Kevin, Navone, Shannon, Nema, and that's it. So you got questions? Shoot. If you don't, I'll post a link. You can come on up. What's up, Trail? You got questions? Shoot. If not, I'll post a link and y'all can come up and holler. What's up, Sir Him? They always have tons of questions for me when I'm doing something else, okay? Observing facts. What's going on? Salute. All right. Nothing? Nothing? Okay. Bueller? Bueller? All right. Let me go ahead and drop the link, invite some people up. If y'all want to come up. 33 people in the building. Okay. This is a courtesy. Your thoughts on Donald Trump's peace deal. Don't know enough about it. Don't know enough about it. I'm sure the peace deal is happening is because the Russians getting ready to turn the Ukraine war into a rout. So I said Zelensky had about a month, and I'm pretty close to it. Do I play chess? No, I don't. Okay. I tried to learn a couple times, but it never took, so I never stuck with it. He wouldn't sit down for a board game anyway. He's an artist, so he's a singer, he's a dancer and stuff like that. So he likes to move around. So he wouldn't sit still long enough. What's a compliment you received as a kid that you still remember? Huh. As a kid, define kid is a preteen or under 11. Um, I mean, the only compliment I got was from little girls that said I was cute when I was little. Other than that, no, not much. I came from sharecropper parents. They weren't big on compliments. In fact, my sharecropper parents are the exact opposite. They they don't want you to have an ego, so they insult you more than they compliment you. Yeah, preteen. Yeah, the little girl started telling me I was cute. That's about it. Because like I said, you come from Southern sharecropper parents, man. They're hard on you, so they don't tell you that you're smart. They don't tell you that you're good looking or anything positive. It's always most of the shit's negative because they don't want you to get an ego. But that's very common amongst Southern parents. For every compliment you might get from a Southern parent, you probably get like 100 insults. But it gives you a thick skin. Is the Winter Soldier chip that strong, or does Misery love company as far as these dudes disparaging passport bros? I think the Winter chip is that strong because some of the stuff I don't understand. Like, dude, you're a passport bro doing exactly what passport bros do, and you're saying that passport bros are gaslighting people, and you're doing the exact playbook that passport bros do. We just tax. Appreciate you, Alexa 480. Electrician 480, what's going on? Shannon Green, was Martin and Malcolm black pilled? Yeah, they eventually had to be. Yeah, because when you had so many threats on your life, yeah, you get black pilled in a hurry. How things actually work. They
Yes.
they were utilitarian. Go ahead,
Wait
Nema.
a minute. How many times did either man have been tempted on their lives?
Who? Martin or
X or King? Either one.
oh, okay, Martin. It was uncountable, man. I know. Um, Hell, he had what 2 or 3 unsuccessful ones before he finally got killed, and I don't know how many death threats. The same thing with Malcolm had I don't know how many death threats. So I think he had maybe one or
Mm.
two on his life before he actually was actually assassinated. So
Uh,
it's a constant thing.
Didn't a black woman try to kill Dr. King?
Yes, she stabbed him. She stabbed him near his heart. Yeah.
And I'm not trying to say
Ooh,
or anything, but I didn't even know it happened till like 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh, really? Okay, it's very famous. In fact, if you watch the movie, I think it's the one of King's movies where they showed her that a woman was let because she was a black woman, she got
Right.
close enough to him and she damn near killed him. She stabbed him. She didn't stab him in his heart, but she got pretty close.
Wow.
oof,
Yeah, yeah.
Yikes.
man. I mean, you always have a target on your back when you speak out against the system. So yeah, comes with the
Oh yeah,
territory.
yeah. If you're in the public eye, okay. Which is why
Yeah,
when somebody actually I was asked how come would I like 1 million subs, I said no, because I probably wouldn't live long if I did.
yeah. That explains why a lot of young men do not want to get involved in this stuff because too many
Yeah,
people. They've seen too many examples.
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
unless you're parodying the party line, yeah. Because YouTube
You
is
know,
Hmm.
basically entertainment, and most of the people that have 1 million subs are entertainers. Okay,
mhm.
Correct.
go
You
ahead,
know.
AB.
Oh, okay.
So you think it's the win? It was the Winter Soldier trip we was looking at earlier.
Oh, with Homeboy, you know what? Um, I hate people that want to tell a story instead of answer a question. I was trying to get to the bottom of it. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
Hmm.
I listened to Charles Tyler for 10 years. I never heard him say that Brazilian women are going to bow down and throw themselves at you like that. I never heard that. Okay. So if he said he heard it, I said, okay, man, there's my email. Send me the link or send me something where Charles Tyler actually said it. Well, you didn't talk to him personally. I said I can't account for what you said to him personally. Okay, I wasn't there, and you can't prove what he said because you don't have no recordings of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
And what you thought he said might not be what he said because that happens to me all the time.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. Let's
Um,
not forget. Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
BGS. I
Yeah.
have listened to the back and forth between you, the lady, and the gentleman that
Okay.
goes under the name of Becario, which he's not.
Yeah.
I could barely see the avatar because the thing was too small.
They said it's a throwaway account, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
think he used it on purpose to get attention. But
My thing when I was listening to the back and forth,
hmm
he knows what it is that he lives in the same city. Well, I don't know if he lives directly where you
same
live,
state, yeah, same
same
state,
state,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
And saying you could have picked a Latina woman where you at. Why
yeah,
then?
yeah.
Because in your mind, you know the nature of this environment, these women, and you decide to take your talents elsewhere. And not
hmm
only that, you work a job that you might do well and then might take a half the year going overseas, like
hmm
most from this
hmm
whole content from previous episodes you had with brothers doing that.
hmm
That it tells me that you're I'm not sure you're trying to make guard other black men and trying to make it like a flex because you married one down there. That you're saying anybody that don't make as much or make less can't do the same thing.
okay. He was trying to argue that the way he interpreted what Charles Tyler and other passport bros tell him is that okay, just because you have a blue passport, when you get off the plane, they will be dropping draws as soon as you get off the plane. Okay,
Okay.
and nobody ever
I haven't
said
heard
that.
anybody say that. But okay.
Nobody ever said that. Okay.
All right, so let's go. Let's have this speeches. Let's say if that was true, right? What's the wrong with black men going out there and then let women just drop on their feet because they're
Uh,
American?
there's nothing wrong with it. He said he didn't get it, and he's saying that a lot of passport bros gaslight these guys, saying that
Okay.
these women will as soon as you get off the plane because you have a blue passport and some money, they're gonna
hmm
drop their draws for you. Well, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you're just visiting, just anybody, any country, right? Okay. Um, if
Especially
you're
for
just
the
there for
tour
2 weeks,
spots.
if you're just there for 2 weeks, you're tricking. Okay, you have to.
Yeah.
Because you're not there to establish a relationship in 2 weeks unless you do it over the internet.
Hmm.
You know what's funny about the tricking thing?
Uh
Because
huh.
there was a kid played by Andre from the Crossing Boards, right? And he played
hmm
a white dude that went out there to go seek a mate, and something
Uh-huh.
happened. And I said, okay, life happens. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're not intentional when you go outside the country, and let's be honest, I'm not sure why most black men that still have an argument with black men does with the money. It's weird to me. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell a black man say don't spend the money. I tell most of them if you can get it without spending, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't sit there pressure you or tell you say don't spend the money or no. I prefer you try to get it as least possible. But like I said, most of them say you spend money overseas with these other women, and I said, but you're here in America and you dated American women, like he proclaims,
Mm-hmm.
and you had to spend money.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the
Hmm.
difference? Matter of fact, you probably spend more over here because now this is officially transactional now. Some women are coming more and bold saying that that's what they want just to talk to. You think a man that's making a certain income, 40 is the average, maybe 50, is going to waste time give you a cash? No, not.
The only reason I brought it up, and the reason he got his panties in a bunch, is because the chick was saying that she could not date a dude making 70, right? Okay,
Yeah.
and she said she prefers guys that are wealthy is because of the way she looks. Okay,
Hmm.
I said if that's the case, they could spend the same money and go overseas and get a runway model ready chick for the same money or cheaper. If that's all that she's basing it on, and he got his panties in a bunch, which is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people forget that anytime a man gets involved with a woman, you're gonna pay one way or another, either on the front end or the back end,
You're gonna pay
in some shape
something.
or form.
You're
Yeah,
gonna pay
there's a
something.
price
Okay,
for it
okay, okay. You're in Europe, so I'm gonna give you some fucking American game, right? Why do you think we call homosexuals homosexuals? Because they
because they
because
bounce from.
it's because they're being taken care of by a less than attractive woman,
Hmm.
and what they supply is emotional support and sex. Okay,
Yip and
Uh,
dip, pretty much.
yeah,
Master teacher, I'm not being confrontational here. I'm just
mhm.
I'm being
and,
I'm trying to back you up here. I'm trying to make a point here. I wasn't being disrespectful. My
well,
apologies. So I am.
I know you're not. What I'm saying is, I know what you're saying. That
Hmm.
you're from Africa, right? You know, okay?
That's true.
In Africa, they don't play that shit. You are the provider, okay? In Africa, right?
Exactly.
African women don't play that shit, okay?
Hmm.
Okay, you might because of feminism, you might get a little bit more leeway in America, okay? Because of
That's true.
feminism. But the thing is,
Hmm.
in Africa, okay, if you're a provider and you get married, them bitches know their place, and if not, you're gonna send them back to their mother for re-education. Okay?
Send them back to
She,
mother or divorce them, and they have to, and then they, especially considering that when you acquire a wife, you have to pay a bride price,
yeah,
and if you divorce her, they got to send that
and
money
send them,
back.
and you keep the house, the kids, and all that kind of shit because that's yours. Okay?
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, in
And you
America,
can remarry, and she's stuck left holding the bag.
and
So continue.
she got to go and things, and plus she got a reputation of getting divorced, and nobody wants to fucking touch her. Go. So she gonna probably
Hmm.
die an old maid because nobody wants to fucking touch her anymore. Okay?
That's correct.
So what I'm saying is, in America, that
Hmm.
it's a different thing, right? That's like
Absolutely.
African American men, okay. And and basically, I go over this with my mentor. She's like I said, she's been running a female centered show for the last 20 years. Okay, she's been
Hmm.
counseling women for the last 45. Okay, she's written books, all kinds of shit,
Hmm.
right? Okay,
Right.
she will tell you the same thing, right? Black men are here. Black men are taught to serve their women, right? For the most part, most African guys can. I'm not saying all. Most African guys do not learn how to cook, clean, take care of kids like African American men do. Okay, we're
No.
taught that from kids. Okay, I started changing diapers when I was 7. Okay, to my little sister. Okay, I was 7. I had to cook. I had to
Hmm.
learn how to cook, clean, just like the females did. Okay. Okay,
Hmm.
so we have to learn how to cook and clean. We got to learn how to give black women emotional labor. That's why I played that white chick talking about black men give the best compliments. Okay,
That's true.
that's why a lot of their game comes in. That's just natural game. Okay, black men naturally
Mhm.
compliment their women to make them feel better because you have to do that to your mother
True.
and your sisters and people around you. Okay, we naturally know how to do that because we're raised to do it. Right? Okay. The biggest thing that blew my fucking mind when I encountered the white red pill, okay, and the white red pill
Hmm.
dating coach is when they said a woman's orgasm doesn't matter. It's not important. Holding frame is more important than a woman's orgasm. You cannot tell me. You cannot come to the black community and say any of that shit. Okay, if you don't get that bitch an orgasm, your name is fucking mud. Okay. Even at the age of 13, okay. If you can't make that chick come, your name is mud. Okay, so we are a concu surfer. We expect to give them orgasms, make them laugh, uh, 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 be funny, entertain them, take care of them, and protect them. Okay, and then then chip in on housework. And we've been trained that way. So so
Understood.
when so when an African woman or a woman of any other culture comes in and gets a black man and she says, okay, and Latinos say that the reason they choose black men is because they have more fun, right? Black men
See, senor.
give them better compliments. Okay, they actually listen to them more. Okay,
Hmm.
they actually will actually bow down to them a little bit more. When it comes to the bedroom, they've been taught to slay. So they getting so basically a black man to a Latina, you basically is if she don't get too much family pressure, that's her dream. He doing all the shit that she wish her man would do,
That's true.
and that's how come nobody wants no. I do mean nobody wants their woman to date African American men. Okay. And the first thing that
Fair
chick
enough.
says, we can't go over to Africa and date because they'll slap the shit out of us. I said, you goddamn right, okay? But guess who won't? She said, black men. That's how come we're the only one people that you can date with your freaking mouths, okay? Because trust and believe, when the way she came up, I said, you an example, okay? No other group of women who came up on my panel talking to me the way that you just talked to me. No other woman on the planet would have came up in my panel yelling at me and with that mommy voice like you just did, okay, without knowing me. And I'm your fucking elder, okay? Would not have happened.
Hmm.
Only black women do that shit. Go ahead. Go ahead,
Hey,
Neighbor.
BGS,
Yes,
when
sir.
you get a chance, check the. I was trying to put it on the last live stream you were doing.
Mm-hmm.
I put it in the back chat. Check the link. We're at the
Okay.
14-minute mark. It's
Okay.
the best. It's a homage to you from a fellow content creator. It's the best description I've seen
Oh,
so
really?
far
Hmm.
about the
Oh,
table.
Angry Man did it?
Yeah,
Oh, really? Okay.
it's a
That's
masterpiece.
that's,
You've
that's
explained it, but the way you did it, I mean,
that
it was
that's a
wonderful.
shocker. I ain't talked to Angry Man since Trump got elected, since Trump lost in 2020.
Yeah, the link is in the back chat. It's like at the
Okay.
14-minute mark. I was like,
Okay. Okay.
I've heard
All
people
right.
explain it, but the way he did it, masterpiece.
Okay. All right. I'll check it out. I just clicked
Mhm.
on it, so it's in my history now. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Now when I saw Angry Man, so you kidding?
Yeah,
Mhm.
you might as well clip it because it's that wonderful. I mean, from like 14 to like minute mark to like 30-minute mark,
Really? Okay.
nothing but fire.
I'm stunned, man. I'm stunned.
Angry Man,
Even with all the content, he still has love for you, man.
I mean, okay. I know East Coast guys have a different view about saying shit that's disrespectful to each other. Okay, they fight it
Hmm.
out and then go have drinks. West Coast, we don't play like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. West
they do
Coast,
shootouts. They do shootouts.
West Coast, we do that kind of shit. Will get you buried. Okay. So we don't. So the thing is, if you give disrespect, like there's a measure of disrespect we'll take. But the thing is, what most West Coast guys will do will say, oh, you know what, man, I just don't fuck with you no more. Okay, and just go about your way. Because you come back
Yeah.
around, one of us is actually probably gonna die. Okay, so that's where we play it. I asked Dr. T the same thing. He said, yeah, that's where we play it. Okay, I'm not no disrespect. Um, Whatever he did, I let it go. Hey, you just stay on your side. I'll stay on my side, and that'll be it. That's why you have never
Okay.
heard me say anything bad about Valdez and Angry Man ever. Okay,
Hmm.
never say anything
Right.
bad about him. Okay,
No,
and that's been
Right.
5 years. People ask me all the time what happened. I said that's between me and him. That's where it's gonna stay, and it stayed that way for 5 years. So
Yes.
no. I'll say
Fair
this
enough.
though. He always
good.
gives like respect where respect is due. When from all the streams I've listened,
Uh huh.
even if he got beef with people,
Yeah.
If you did something right, he'll give it up to you. He won't, you know. Now
Yep.
he'll prove his points, but he won't like disrespect you if you prove something and he has to be,
Yeah.
on cite the source. He always cite the source.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was recruited because I was actually on Obsidian recruited me first, and then I was recruited by Angry Man second, him and Char Willie in 2015. So I
Okay.
never go looking for people. People always come looking for me.
See, I was trying to get you to play the last stream because it was so relevant to what you were talking about to the
Okay,
guys.
I have to watch it first.
Mhm.
Watch it first.
Yeah,
No disrespect.
Yeah.
yeah,
I
so,
got you. I got you.
Yeah, because I've
yeah,
been
yeah.
I still got knife wounds, man, in my back. So
Oh no, it's like there's actually not.
go ahead.
Ben, you muted yourself.
Yeah, BGS.
Yes, sir.
Your thoughts on Democrats in Texas, quote unquote, fleeing the state?
Oh, that's not the first time it's happened. That's very common. They've done it before. If there's a bill that they don't like and they can't stop it from passing, that's the first thing to stop a quorum. They'll leave. Okay, that's very common in Texas.
So that's like a
So
tactical retreat.
it is a tactical retreat. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
it's
that
to
explains it.
actually delay the bill. So that's very common.
Hmm.
Okay, and people start looking at it and it'll be in the news to get attention to it. Blah blah blah. They did the same thing with I think it was the abortion bill or something like that, where they fled the state so there wouldn't be a quorum. So it's very in Texas. They're very common. That's why I just asked, y'all still doing this shit? BGS was the only one talking about imprinting during the 1.0 days. Yeah, because uh, imprinting came from Ram and Master Yao. Okay,
Hmm.
uh, and Master Yao talked about it, and Ram talked about it, and then I got it from him, and I enhanced it. I put my spin on it because I actually looked it up and stuff like that. It's been there, but imprinting's been there. We just never described it like that. But imprinting actually comes from Ram Wills and Master Yao. Because that's where
Man,
Ram learned it. Yeah. Go ahead.
every other
Yeah.
day I'm seeing. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Who's first?
I'll go first.
Maybe.
Every other day I'm seeing a crash out on TikTok.
About what?
No, black chicks fucking crashing out, man, getting arrested.
Getting arrested and losing their jobs and going homeless and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. Winter's here, man. They're cold to make you do some things. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I said, Kevin says, I do not understand a man claiming that he married a Brazilian woman and having so much pushback for brothers wanting to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's
That
why
was
I asked.
weird.
That was weird. I said, dude, but
That was weird.
I said, dude, but I said, how come you didn't marry a woman in the States if that's what you believe? Well, I couldn't find a wife in the States. I said,
Yeah, no
exactly,
shit. Anyway.
That's the
exactly.
point.
Yeah,
He-
but,
he-
but
he-
I didn't say there wasn't any. I just couldn't find none. So you went overseas twice to get a wife. So what does
So
that
what?
tell you?
He proved his point, and then he proceeded to dismiss his own life
Yeah,
experiences, which made
Yeah.
no sense at all.
yeah.
But you talking about that Winter Soldier ship, BGS? That's a crazy Winter Soldier ship.
I don't.
That's
I,
crazy.
I don't know what his point was. Well, they don't look at you like that. I said, dude. I said, what qualifies a man in any
Yeah, just like
environment,
the black
right?
women.
Okay, looks is only part of. Guess what? Money and status make up for a whole lot. Okay.
X.
Okay.
Oh,
If money is the income that you have, and your status is the blue passport. Okay.
Mhm.
You get stats just by having a blue passport. Now, what you do with it is up to you. But the thing is, you just step off the plane. Now, you can go down, okay, and fuck up your status and fuck it up. But the thing is, you come off the plane with it.
Yeah.
yep.
Hey, BGS, your
Yes.
thoughts on chicks mad at Trick Daddy now?
Oh,
Trick Daddy been saying that shit. What's so new about that? Why they mad at him now? Okay, he been saying that shit.
Yeah, he said he don't want to date a chick over 35.
Over 35.
Whatever, that's his preference. Whatever.
No. Okay. Trick Daddy and people like that 100 octane dudes. Okay.
Oh, okay.
but they
Okay.
don't like that. He's the quote unquote wrong kind of 100 octane dude.
It don't matter, okay. The reason that you're talking to him is because he's Trick Daddy. If he
Pretty
was
much, yes.
Ned the Wino on the corner with a red cup, would you be talking to him, interviewing him?
That's facts.
That's facts. Okay. So Trick Daddy is still Trick Daddy. Okay. Trick Daddy can get you in the room at parties of people that you can only dream about. Okay.
That
He
is
still
true.
can.
Very
Okay.
true.
Very true. And guess what? Because Shannon Ross told me the exact same thing. Because he's in that industry, right? Okay. The clock. I said the clock starts on these chicks at 27, right? Okay. By the time they get to 30, times run out. They start looking at 22-year-olds and they start over.
Yep.
Trick Daddy does the exact same thing. Okay.
You get passed around.
You get
Like you're not gonna be married no more.
okay. Yeah, you're just background materials. Okay. We can
Yeah.
smash if it's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Brittany Renner, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now she
Persona non grata.
she tried to land. She did land the she
PJ
actually
Washington.
yeah she did stick the landing right with PJ Washington, right? Okay. All she had to do is do what he told her to do.
Sit her ass
So
down.
sit your ass down and wait. Okay. I don't care.
And she couldn't do it.
You mad because I'm out on the road doing what I do. Don't worry about that, okay? You got you got the Benz and you got the car that got $10,000 a month on it. Or it's living in a big house. What the fuck you complaining about?
And the baby.
And the baby, right? Okay. And
You secured.
she thought she gonna get the bag with the baby and I'm gonna leave, right? Not North Carolina. You don't, baby. You get $2,500 a month.
Not here, bro.
Not here.
Not here.
Okay? And I'm sure his daddy and his mother. His daddy's an agent, right? His daddy looked at them laws. Okay, he ain't. He might not be savvy, but guess who is? Okay, and
His daddy.
as soon as he started fucking with you, his daddy was in his ear. Okay, about you. And as soon as you turned bad and you jumped bad, thought you were in control, he bounced you with that Toyota and that $2,500 a month, right? And now you pissed along with the baby. Okay, here's your $2,500 a month, and guess what? The very next year, he found a younger, badder chick
Yep.
that's doing the exact same thing. And guess what she did? She had the baby, kept her fucking mouth shut. A year later, he married her. Okay, could have been you, and now you mad. Okay,
It
and
would
now
have been you.
it would have been you, yeah. And guess what? A 30-year-old 100 octane that didn't stick the landing. And guess what? You're mad because them dudes are looking at 22-year-olds, okay?
Yep.
Because they can.
Oh, that wait. AB, before I say it, is Alexa turned off at your house or what?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Okay. Alexa, play Irreplaceable by Beyonce. Only do it the male version.
Yeah.
That sums it up. I mean, and now look at her. You know, she's now a hijabi
Yeah.
with Kevin Gates, and I'm like,
No,
yeah.
she hijab hustling. She hijab hustling. She doesn't even know her job.
Is she,
No, if
she
you wear the
hijab,
hijab, you're called a hijabi.
She hijab hustling, and the last dude
Okay.
kept her for a minute in a hijab for clicks and views, and then he bounced her too.
Because Kevin know the game. Yeah, you say what you want to do about Kevin Gates. He's a wild boy, but he's smart.
He's smart. Yeah.
There's an Arabic expression that comes to mind. I don't know if I could use it here, but like you said, you know, he way too gamed for this. He wasn't playing with that.
No. Oh, May. My boys from Atlanta, because 25% of my subs are in Atlanta, man, and they're having conversations about you, man.
Ooh, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
Had a couple having conversations about you last night. Oh, okay. You know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
I'm just saying. Okay. They reminded me. 25% of your subs come from Atlanta. Okay.
Hey,
Ooh.
BGS, that was
Yes, sir.
a very J Prince type answer you just put up. I'd have heard about you all.
I'm not gonna say what they said about you, man. I'm not gonna say, but they were saying. I said they say may need to pipe down a little bit, okay? Because a lot of there's a few Morehouse people that were shaking their heads. Let's put it that way. Okay. Yeah. You got about four. In fact, I was saying that my grandson's math teacher, okay, is actually a graduate of Morehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Shit, I almost went.
Oh,
Yeah. So
yeah.
Nice.
Hey, what's up, BGS?
What's going on,
what?
Louis?
Louis, the Winter Prince. Okay, what's
Yeah,
going on?
King
hey,
Louis in the house.
hey, look. I got my Canadian Goose Arctic winter jacket on, and I got my 6 Huskies with the snow sled.
You ain't
No,
He
lying.
ain't
you
ready
need
for
that
that.
steel. You need that seal fur, man. You need that seal
Uh,
fur.
He
You
ain't
need
ready to
that
go
seal
for that
skin boots,
Europe.
man.
man, I'm not playing, man. I'm just not saying what they said. Okay, yeah, it was a
Hmm.
private conversation, and I'm not saying what they said. What I'm saying is, I'm just saying that just you got to have to chill out on what you're saying because you got a lot of people in town. Okay, all over town. Okay. In
Mm.
fact, he reminded. In fact, he reminded. I have about 4 of them that are regulars inside my chat. Okay, Willie R lives in Atlanta. Okay, um, what's his name? You already know that. What's his name that has a Colombian wife? Okay, Tunnel Runner is
Tuna
from
runner.
Atlanta. Tunnel Runner's from Atlanta.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
there's a whole bunch of cats from Atlanta. Okay. In fact, before we kind of fell out a little bit, um, what's his name? His father actually ran a famous bookstore. Okay, with all the pro blacks used to come and tape their videos in the '90s. Okay, and it's from Atlanta. So there's a lot of people.
Hmm.
There's a lot of people I'm associated with from Atlanta.
Atlanta
So
might
so
be large, but it's not that big.
it ain't that big. Okay, it's
Yeah.
not that big. And in fact, my I have an uncle. I have 2 uncles that live in Atlanta. So the thing is
Oh,
that most of the cats that I know that are from Atlanta, they have good degrees from Atlanta. So you're not the only one. In fact, uh, a couple of them. Well, Adrian. Adrian's from Atlanta. Okay,
Yeah,
he's
Adrian's
got a
from me. That is
he's
true.
got a master. He's got a master's in history from Morehouse. Okay? His father is a nuclear engineer. Okay. And his mother is I think was a teacher or professor. I can't remember which one. Okay, so they old school Atlanta. Okay,
hmm.
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of stuff that you say, I get it. But the thing is, there's a lot of people that that I mean I don't really ask about you. They talk about you though. So
Yeah, I talk with Adrian.
Uh,
yeah, Jeter says he's in the Atlanta suburbs. Okay, there's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
people. Okay. There's a lot,
hmm.
so and when you say something, okay, you got to remember there's a lot of people that are in your town, okay,
Hmm.
Mm.
See you in them streets.
and so far they're just letting you talk. They if I ask, they tell me the real, okay.
It's gonna hurt.
Mm.
I'd rather nobody
Uh,
get red on this channel.
I
I
mean
mean,
if you in Atlanta and especially as young as you are, okay, especially in the fucking '90s with the Freaknik, okay. Of
Ooh.
course you were partying hard and doing
oh,
all that shit, okay.
Ooh.
ooh,
Uh-oh.
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Of course you were.
What, bro?
I mean,
uh,
Digging up all the skeletons.
I
they
mean,
never
I mean,
asked a
I
woman
mean,
her age
yeah.
and what she was doing back in '95.
where's A.L. Evans when we need him? Because he be
Mm.
saying some wild things right now.
Yeah.
Say you never asked a woman her age, how much she weighed, and what she was doing back in '97.
I asked. Oh, that's true. Don't you can ask her age and her weight, but don't ask her what she did in her youth. Okay, she gonna lie to
Mm.
you anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't know. You know what? I've had high body count girlfriends that always told me the truth because I didn't judge
Well,
them.
you are very disarming. You know how to disarm them, and they
I
just
I,
open up to you.
I don't judge them. So yeah, so I don't judge it. I
Hmm.
don't give a shit.
Hmm.
One chick lied to me. Right? She said I haven't had sex in 48 months. I said, woman, I don't care. Was it 48 months or 48 minutes? If I want it, I want it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to lie to me, but you don't have to lie to kick it. Okay.
Yeah, okay. If she tell you you may not be the biggest man she's been with, I'm like, that's fine. As long as I can, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
No matter to me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're in college, especially, you're gonna party hard, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, May. Okay, if you didn't grow up, you weren't an adult in the '80s during the drug trade, right? Okay, them motherfuckers party. Okay, you didn't do shit compared to these cats, these folks. Okay, I mean, they didn't have time to sleep.
Them boys born in the 60s. Sheesh.
Yeah, they didn't have time to sleep. So in other words, the Gen X and Boomers in the freaking early '80s
Oh
to
yeah,
like the
they
mid
party
'90s.
all night.
Woo,
Man,
Jesus Christ,
I
man.
got
Yeah,
I got an
man.
auntie
Yeah.
born in '58. Boy, she done hinted at a few things she was doing back in the day. Hinted. That's all I got was hint.
They didn't do. They don't have to do drugs because well, a lot of my exes didn't do drugs either. Guess what they did? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
they had them dope boys with a lot of disposable cash and the restaurants and the trips and all that kind of shit. Okay,
Hmm.
and the constant because you got to remember them cats, man. They never stay still. Okay, it's not about partying. Okay, they go from house to 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 house. Okay, when your dope
Until
boys
they have
show
four
up
locations.
to a picnic, man, they run you know all those low riders and shit like that you see. Okay, you have like
Mm-hmm.
40 low riders going to a park. Okay,
I believe it.
yeah.
Hmm.
And they pick up
And if
and they're already wilding as it is. So when they barbecuing and talking shit and dancing and playing cards, all that kind of stuff. Okay, um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's wild. Okay.
and if you out in the South, you go out to some random ass barn.
Mhm.
You party out there. You go from that one. Once that one done, you go out to another random ass barn. You go to that one. Might get to fight maybe a shot or two. Then you go from that one to another one.
Mhm.
By the time you finish, it's 3, 4 in the morning,
Mhm.
if not
Hey,
late.
hey, BGS, you hear about that dude that pistol whipped his wife because he found out them 3 kids wasn't his?
And I heard that she's lucky that she's alive. Okay, because back in
Hmm.
the
Yeah,
day she wouldn't be.
yeah.
Well,
And
a lot of cats
evidently the
would have.
kids are by relatives of
Huh? Say
his.
what? Say what?
Evidently the kids are by a relative of his.
It's not unusual. Okay. The thing is that
Yeah,
back in the day, he'd have shot her and shot himself. Okay. Back in the day, she lucky all she got was
yeah,
pistol whipped.
yeah. Even
I
black
mean,
people are online talking about let him go, because that was fucked up. Let him go.
the thing is that's how come we want DNA testing at birth so that you know what
Yeah,
you're playing with.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
And
it's
there's a
fucking
lot of
around
reason. There's
with
a
the
lot of
DNA.
reason why they didn't want to do DNA testing in Jamaica is because they thought a lot of women would actually get killed
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, the
the
fallout of that.
yeah because the
Yeah,
false paternity rate in testing over there was like 90%. So
yeah. It was like 70
Crazy.
kids died.
no no
Oh,
no it got up to 90. That's how bad it got.
Yeah,
That's why they
yeah.
passed that law.
Is it because it's a tourist
Imagine.
town?
So what?
Is it because that's a tourist town? Like it's a tourist country,
No
destination,
no no
or
no. That's just the culture. Okay.
oh,
It's just
so
the
you
culture.
you you got her at home, but she going out there sneaking and
Yeah.
doing her
Black men,
thing.
black men as a whole do not go to Jamaica looking for pussy. There's black women that go looking for dick. Okay, black men
hmm
go to the DR, they go to Brazil,
Mm-hmm.
they go to Colombia now, they go to Mexico. They do not go to Jamaica looking for pussy. Okay,
yeah. I've never heard of a
Mm-hmm.
pastor bro going to Jamaica talking about getting pussy. I
no
never.
no no, they go to DR first. Okay,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so in fact, I've never heard of what a black dude going. Most black dudes, okay, Jamaican are too close to the women that we already have, so they
yeah,
don't really
That's
like
exactly.
true.
Jamaican women like
That
that.
is
That's very
very
true.
Okay, most Jamaican women
Yeah.
I've met, okay, is there a slight difference? Yeah, but they're pretty gynocratic just like they are. Okay,
they just
Got a
cook
Yeah.
good
better.
accent.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, Louis, looking sharp with the beard. First of all. Secondly, what's the price of eggs looking right now?
Oh, they went down.
Yeah, egg
They,
shit went
Uh
down.
huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And the candy because Halloween is in less than 60 days. No, 90 days.
Um, Candy's a little high. I mean, a lot of the luxury foods
Mm-hmm.
are a
Yeah.
little high
Mm-hmm.
right now because of the summer.
Well, you know what it is also, Louis, is that the price of cocoa has skyrocketed. So especially
Yeah.
chocolates, okay, because the Chinese are
Oh.
buying a lot of that in Ghana and Ghana and
Ivory Coast.
Ivory Coast have raised their prices, so that's probably going
Hmm.
to reflect, especially with chocolate. Okay,
Oh,
and
Oh,
sugar
interesting.
BGS.
sugar's
I
not that big a problem. But go ahead.
I had to show you that picture when I was in the city
Oh
yesterday.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Was it NYC?
Yes, Manhattan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I was going do some retail therapy. I had to go to Nordstrom's.
Uh huh.
I mean, that was a young girl. She was like late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah. 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 You're gonna see it, man.
Mm,
You're gonna see it, and
mm.
and
What'd you see?
a homeless 20-year-old with her
Damn.
shopping cart in Manhattan.
Uh,
Damn.
Oh, here's the prices right here.
Hold on.
92%, 86%.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Show it again. Okay. You
His
turned it
camera
off.
went black. Give him a minute.
Okay.
Um, another country went. BTS. When you talk about like cocoa producers, another country that comes to mind is this little archipelago in the Gulf. Gesundheit. God bless you. Another island I've heard of is like this archipelago off the coast of Guinea called Sao Tome e
Hmm.
Principe,
Yeah.
or Prince and St.
Oh, so
Thomas
yeah.
Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the two biggest cocoa producers on the planet are
Hmm.
Ivory Coast
Ghana and Cote d'Ivoire.
and Cote d'Ivoire. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
And
Man.
in fact, part of that, part of what part of
Hmm.
Libya's saying was because of that. Is because Bagbo was gonna encourage Ghana to
Hmm.
want world prices for their cocoa instead of selling it to the Europeans for cheap. So he had to go.
Wait a minute. You said Wagbo?
Bagbo,
Wagbo for, you mean it'll be Cote d'Ivoire, not
Cote
Ghana.
d'Ivoire. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I remember his dictatorship. Oof. Especially what happened, like, when the division between the North and South and everything. So, yeah.
Yeah. The Bagbo
Yeah.
Bagbo and Gaddafi actually wanted to go the
Hmm.
Chinese route for better prices, and they had to go.
Hmm.
BGS, you
Yeah.
doing Patreon this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't do it last week, so I'll do it this week.
Sir.
Okay.
Yo, BGS,
Mm-hmm.
regarding the paternity fraud in Jamaica, imagine
Mm-hmm.
how bad it is in other islands.
Yeah, that's true, but they don't do the same
Hmm.
testing. Okay.
Hmm.
Mm.
That's
They
why
don't
they
do the
don't
same
do it in
test.
France too, right?
Yeah, it's illegal in France. It's because they don't want, um, because the state takes pretty good care of the children, and they don't want
Hmm.
that disruption. So
Hmm.
Yeah.
There's a level of discretion they believe in, if I'm
yes.
not mistaken.
The thing is, they want social harmony, so they don't allow it. So nobody can get a paternity test. Okay, it's not allowed.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I
Interesting.
Yeah,
get
this
it, but
opens a huge can of
it's
worms
super
and whatnot.
screwed up, man. I get it, but
Hmm.
it's super screwed up. Super.
I mean, yeah. But the thing is that the thing is the way we look at it and the way they look at things are two different ways. Okay, there are things about managing a society a certain
Yeah.
way.
I'm just saying,
So
but
Hmm.
like the behaviors that you allow to flourish in your society when you
yeah, yeah.
when you go
Uh,
about
You
things.
you allow some things, you close off others. Okay,
Right.
to actually shape your society a certain way.
Hmm.
So the thing is not what they're doing, is why are they doing it? Because at the top they really don't care one way or the other. But the thing is, there's a reason why they do shit. Okay.
Do they allow prostitution out there? Is that
Oh hell
legal in
yeah,
France? Okay.
yeah.
Well then, okay, that's fine.
They,
All right, cool.
most European countries have brothels. They don't,
Yeah,
they have that shit. Yeah, they actually protect
I remember.
the prostitutes in France. Another Dusty Cloud engineer got hired today. Okay, uh,
Congrats.
you can email it to me, Jules. Okay,
Congrats.
Okay.
Come on, Josie.
I'm still
Yeah.
I'm still trying to twist my nephew's arm, man. So, he's
Oh,
doing too much.
He
Yeah.
got a
BG.
hard head.
He's a millennial, man. He's a Texas millennial.
If he's got a hard head, you know what that means. A hard head makes for some. So let him go. Let him learn the hard way.
He's what I call a 4x4, man.
Mm.
Yeah.
Four
Okay.
babies,
That's one way to describe it.
four babies by what? Okay.
Oh baby mama.
Oh.
Oh damn.
And
That makes sense.
this kid, okay, when I got this kid, because I raised him for about 6 years, right? When I got this kid, he was in third grade, okay, failing student, right? He became
Hmm.
an honor roll student. He was an honor roll student um, uh, throughout his time in Texas, okay, in Killeen. He was he was an all-city football player. He got a scholarship to college, and he wanted to be he wanted to be a street dude. Okay, I said, nigga, you could have stayed. He could have stayed in L.A. if you want to do that shit. But the thing is, what Leon told me is that being a street dude in LA is dangerous, right? Okay, being a street dude in Killeen, okay, you're safe. Okay, it's just status. Okay, here it's for real.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
You being a down south
that
street dude is really not that dangerous
Yeah,
on a whole.
yeah, like just like the dude in Dallas, right? Okay,
Yeah.
Carmelo Anthony, right? Okay,
Yeah.
right.
if man, if my kid did some dumb shit, I'd slap the fuck out of him. You stupid motherfucker.
You probably would have slapped him albino.
You were ready to go to college and play football. Okay, you're fucking 17. You got 6 fucking months. I'd slap the
Well,
shit out of him.
in the words of Lawrence Fishburne, sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
No, that's Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
five. That's
Wesley
Wesley
Snipes.
Snipes. Sit your
Wesley
$5 ass down before I make
Down before I
change.
make change.
I mean, that's just me. You know, I don't know what his home life is like. I don't know why he did what he did. But the thing is, it's my kid. Okay, my kid.
Hmm.
You do some dumb shit like that, no matter what it's, because you didn't. If you get out of jail, you still fucked up your whole life behind that
Yeah.
shit. Okay. I'd
Scarlet
have slapped,
letter.
Hmm.
I'd have slapped the fuck out of him. You dumbass. I sacrificed to get you here, move you to a upper middle class neighborhood with white folks, and you do this dumbass shit, this nigga shit. Okay.
Crazy.
We could have stayed in the fucking hood to do that dumb shit. Okay.
Hmm.
I slapped the shit out of him.
Hmm.
Good.
All right. Anybody else got questions? Because we got to it. What time is it?
Hello,
Got nothing.
BGS.
Got nothing. Hey man, what's going on?
Nothing at all.
Uh-huh.
I got one word for you when you gave me that response, man. I got one word for you. One
What
word,
is it?
one word that I make too.
What is it?
Bullshit.
Ah,
You
well,
always got something going on, man. You kind of remind me of, um, my mother-in-law. Okay, you always got something to say.
I do. I ain't coming up here with no trouble today. I ain't
Okay.
coming up here with no trouble. Who said? Who was that?
And somebody sneeze. Say good
Oh, I
time.
thought that
Okay.
was AB trying to mess with me.
No, somebody sneezed. Okay. Oh, okay. You know what? There was
Oh, did you?
hey. There was a joke that Robin Harris told years ago about the woman he married. Right? Okay.
Hmm.
Telling said, mean as hell, boy. Wrong goddamn one. Sleep with a fist balled up.
I remember that joke. Oh
And
boy.
May always on the defense, always ready to swing. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I just be messing with y'all. I'm not that serious with it. I'm really not. You
Mhm.
know I'm not.
Uh-huh.
I do have a question. Do you believe
Uh-huh.
that? And I'm also wondering about you too.
Get to
Do
the
you-
question. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Do you believe that? I think you do, but do you believe that people should do shadow work?
Do I believe that people should do shadow work?
Yeah.
Everybody's not capable of doing shadow work, okay? Shadow work is not for the faint of heart, okay? Because they'll reveal a whole bunch of shit about you that you don't want to know. So you got to be ready for it. Everybody can't do it. If you're happy with your life and content with your life, don't do it, okay? Shadow work is not for the faint of heart.
Okay.
That's coming from a guy that did it for 30 years now. Yeah.
Well, that's a long time.
You ever crashed out on your own self?
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes. I mean, recently, okay. I'm here for. I had to learn I'm here for a reason, okay, because I wanted a different life, but I'm here for a reason. I had to come to grips with that, okay. I look
I
at my
mean,
chart as I'm an avatar. My life is not my own. It never has been. Go ahead.
I was thinking like, remember biblically in the Bible when
Hmm.
Jesus was like, "Take this cup from me,
Yeah, but he
but not
couldn't.
my will, but thy will."
He could.
Like he, yeah,
He couldn't.
yeah.
He had a job. He had a mission. Had a job to do. He had to complete it. Okay. He was
He didn't want to do it,
his. Of
but
course,
he
he didn't
wanted
want to do
to.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're an avatar, there's a lot of shit that you don't want to do. Okay. Because people have a whole lot easier life. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And in an alternative life, I wouldn't even be here, man. I'd be in the Pentagon working, or retired. Okay.
Mhm.
Because
Ask Noah.
You're the
bec-
old girl's daughter. Let me shut
yeah,
up.
I mean. Okay. I almost had a scholarship to the Air Force Academy. Okay.
Okay.
Eight of my buddies actually graduated from military academies. Okay,
Oh wow.
five of them were actually black. Okay, the people in my chemistry class, two went to Caltech, and the five of them went to actually graduated from Stanford. Okay,
Ooh.
I committed class suicide. Okay, that's just me, I'm not mad about it. I'm content with it. Okay,
Mm.
so I am not. Even though I'm here, I'm not what I appear to be half the time. Okay, there's a reason I know what. There's a reason that I know so much and I can do so much is because I have talent that extends beyond this space.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I sense that you have been somebody that does shadow work, and I know you were promoting that,
Mm-hmm.
even though the lady you was using, she was raggedy, but I understood that she.
You talking about uh, which lady?
Never mind, but
She she's been a licensed therapist for 30 years.
I don't care, but she.
I don't. It doesn't matter. Don't disparage people just if
Okay,
you're not
okay, I
doing that.
won't talk
Okay.
about her. I just had to throw that in there.
Because she's white.
That's
She's
because she's
actually
white.
she.
I ain't nobody
Because,
said because she was white. She
yes,
wasn't
yes,
no
it is
good.
because she's accurate. Okay.
Okay, but I mean the fact is that you were talking about how she not her, but the idea that shadow work is worthy of doing, and
Ah.
Okay.
I
Have you done it? And what was your experience?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I would liken it for me the same way that the Amish they send you off into the world and
Hmm.
they say go and explore and see all the crazy and wild,
No, that's
make
the
your
Mormons.
decision.
That's not shadow work.
No,
Well,
it's
I'm
not.
telling you how I relate to it.
No, 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 no. But I'm telling you, the definition of it is not. That's not shadow work.
Well, no,
No.
no, no. For me, it turned into shadow work because that's what I decided to do. I decided
Okay.
to go
Well,
out.
tell me about your shadow work, your internal struggle. Okay.
Right. My internal struggle was this idea of right, wrong, good, bad. What am I? Can I be one all the time? That type of stuff. And so I had to discover, I guess you would say, my true nature. What am
Okay.
I capable
Uh,
of? What will I
okay.
do? What will I
Okay.
not do? What are
Okay.
my
Okay.
boundaries?
Okay. Freud and Jung, amongst others, talk about shadow work. Okay? Give me classical shadow work that you've done.
I just described it.
That's not shadow work.
Okay, you tell me then what it is.
Okay.
Maybe I don't know.
Basically, they call it the dark night of soul. Some people do it by meditation. Okay. Okay. Some people go. Some people have to go sit in a monastery with nobody around. Okay, and be silent for 2, 3, 4, 5 years. But you have to get in touch with your internal demons. Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, who are you really internally? Okay, what is holding you back? What are your actually repressed memories and stuff like that? That's shadow work. Okay, that's internal.
Yeah,
Okay,
art started.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was saying I was doing that, but it wasn't about meditating to get there. I actually
Shadow
had
okay.
work is very
experiences.
intentional.
It was
Shadow.
intentional.
There's
It was
certain
very
ways you
intentional.
can do shadow work, and basically a rites of passage, which is going out into the world, like the Amish. That's a rites of passage. Okay, that's not
Mhm.
shadow work.
But
Sha-
it puts you into shadow work because you have the internal battle with
No,
yourself.
no, no.
You don't think so?
That's external. No,
You
that's
don't have to
external.
actually decide like who am I
No,
really and what am I
I mean
interested
what I'm
in
saying is you would. That's it.
internally.
That's an
coming of
external.
age is not shadow work.
No,
I didn't say
That's
coming of
coming
age.
of
I
age.
said go out into the world, not to
going out
become
into the
somebody, but
world is coming of age,
to
or
face what the world is and
it,
just
it- that,
decide whether you're
that
part of that
That's
or not.
that's
that's
not
coming of age.
that's not shadow work. Okay,
Okay. If you
That's
say.
that's a rite of like everybody has a rite of passage, right? Hunting a lion, with the Native Americans,
Prom.
sitting or surviving out in the wilderness on your own, blah blah blah.
Ah,
That
yeah, I
is
see what you're saying. The Amish do see that as a rite of passage.
it's
They
a rite
do.
of
They
passage. That's
do.
not shadow work.
Rumspringa, yes. That's
Yeah,
yeah. Two
that's not
different things.
shadow work. That's not shadow work. Okay.
But I think that I could say that I think that there's a process in there with you
I,
having to face yourself, and because some of them go and they don't come back because they realize they are part of the
Okay.
world. They like
Okay.
what they
Okay. In fact, I talked about this a while back, right? There's a book called The 12 Labors of Hercules by Alice Bailey, right? And she talks about Hercules going into the cave with the lion, okay?
Then the
Which is
knee.
which is internal, okay? Where he has to has the thing is he has to strip off all his armor and leave all his weapons and stuff like that and go and face this big ass lion by himself with his own strength, right? Okay, and
Mm-hmm.
defeat him, okay. And that is shadow work, where you get strip off all your armor and have to go inside your cave, inside your darkness, and face your fears, okay.
And what
Um,
does he do?
yeah,
He after he wins, he wears.
he wears the
He doesn't
lion's
put back
cloth.
any. He does
Okay,
not put back any of his regular clothes on. He
okay.
wears the cloth. Yeah.
It's the same thing when they use the same theme in Star Wars, the Empire Strikes Back, right? When Luke went into the cave, Yoda's cave, and said, "You got to go face your fears," okay?
Yep.
And he faced himself, okay. In other words, the dark side was waiting for you. You have to go ahead and face your internal struggle, okay? That's the epitome of shadow work, okay?
facing your internal struggles.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah,
See, BGS.
I could say I have had that experience,
You
definitely.
might have, but what I'm saying is that there's methods for shadow work, and what you described to me is not methods for shadow work that I've heard. Okay.
Yeah.
There's only a
Ski
few
master
ways.
teacher.
There's only
Mhm.
a few ways to do it.
Well, I'm not saying there's
Yeah.
only a few ways to do it. What I'm saying is there's a certain process of
Mhm.
internal reflection that you have to do for shadow work. Okay. And
Okay.
now some people what's his name? What's his name? The boxer, right? Okay. He had a lot of
Mike
anger.
Tyson.
Mike Tyson, okay? He did it by getting in touch with his animal, right? Which is going down, which is actually meditating first, and then going down to Latin America and actually taking the mushrooms.
Ayahuasca.
Yeah, taking the
Mhm.
mushrooms and actually facing internally his internal self. Okay, that's shadow work. Okay,
You
that's
know,
a little.
BGS.
That Go ahead.
I know nothing of the shadow work. Um, I've never had to face my fears.
Yeah,
No, I'm actually the fucking shadow. But
You
anyway,
are.
well, the thing is, most guys, okay, most soldiers that are in the heat of battle, okay, it's external, okay, and when they go back, some actually go into it and face their fears with shadow work, and some they stay lit for the rest of their lives,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
it's kind of funny. People ask me, but they be like, "How did you?
How do
Are
you come
you
back
okay
normal?
mentally? Are you
Yeah.
mentally? Are you so good? I don't know. Maybe I was crazy all this time. Shit, who cares? Pass the drink.
Now, I think you being a wrestler and being disciplined helped you.
And being from Baltimore, we were already known for small arms fire. So
You know, I'm from LA, man. During the crack era, okay. You can't tell me, okay. Baltimore's lightweight compared to the shit they was doing, okay.
I saw your picture last
I did
week,
it.
Charles. You look like somebody nobody will fuck with. I'm just telling
And there's a very good reason because he is
Oh, is he
somebody that
not
nobody
good
will
at it?
fuck with. Yeah, 'cause he is somebody. Charles is a world class wrestler, number one, okay. And then he was a door kicker in Iraq for what, three
That
four
50
years?
cal.
Yeah, okay.
I'm trying to be a police
Just,
officer.
yeah, police officer ain't got shit on being a door kicker, okay.
Hmm.
That was the fun part. It's like, when you look at some people out there in the world in policing, there's some motherfuckers you call when a cop needs a cop. Like,
Mm-hmm.
where you have six people in the car, and one of the, I guess, nicest compliments I ever received when the guy pulled over a car with six people in the car, and
Mm-hmm.
he got on the radio, Falcon is here, I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
some people are going to react differently, and I'm like, hey, like, what would you do? Today's a good day to die. Which one is it going to be?
Yeah.
And
Uh,
people like when you say that to people, it just fucks with their OODA loop.
unless you see Suge Knight's bodyguards get out the car, you gonna need help. Them
Yeah,
motherfuckers is huge, okay? Them motherfuckers do mean huge, okay?
oh yeah, it's called the law firm of Glock 40 Kyle Smith
Yeah,
and Wesson.
you gonna need that. You are gonna need extra rounds too because his biggest one was they called him. What did they call him? They called him.
Tiny.
They didn't call him tiny. They called him something else. But he was dude was so big. He was 6'7", right? Basically, and one time I was driving, I saw him at those little old phone booths that are on the side of
Mhm.
Hmm.
the side of yeah. He motherfucker
Yeah.
was so big, his hands look as big as a fucking phone booth. That's how big the fucker was, man. Huge, just huge, man. Damn near 500 pounds, muscle.
Mhm.
Yeah. Anyway.
It's like when
Art
there's
started.
there's a lot of places I've been that when you meet people like that, it's like people don't fuck with you when you speak their language, and it's like an animal. Like there's some people on Earth lions won't fuck with,
Yeah.
and
Oh
there's
yeah,
some
like the
people that
Maasai,
bears won't.
Honey Badger don't give a shit.
like the Maasai.
Honey
Yeah.
badgers don't give a
No,
shit.
no Maasai.
There's the Maasai people. They lions
Oh,
actually
sorry.
develop a fear of them because they hunt them pretty successfully.
Yeah.
It's like you go to some places in the hood, and some people are shaky. Like motherfuckers, when I first joined the department, they were like, "Well, are you nervous here, Nick? I live in the worst neighborhood that I work." I'm like, doesn't
Mhm.
bother me much. Where there's a hood, there's a home. I'm actually more afraid of living with white people because you motherfuckers can't be trusted.
Yeah, they can't. We got about 20 minutes, guys. Any questions you guys want to
Mhm.
bring up?
So I do have to say this real quick.
Mm-hmm.
There. I don't know if you saw my comment in the chat. Probably didn't, because Ted DiBiase's counting his super chats as you should.
Okay.
And but the point is that sometimes I get a vivid reminder of how immature your audience can be, especially when it comes to mating and dating,
Uh huh.
and also when it comes to that millennial shit. Because, like I said, I'm an '80s baby, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm a child of the '80s, early '80s, which makes a difference. Which means
Mm-hmm.
I saw a good part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And even when I'm just going by crime stats, when people say, "Well, the '80s were violent," they were a little violent. Not
Ooh,
compared to
depending on where you were. Depending on where you were.
compared to the '90s. The '90s just went the fuck off.
Ooh, no, no, sir. Not in L.A. Not in
And
L.A. No.
uh,
Not in L.A. No. No,
and
no.
it was like
Oh,
and it was
that
like
better than
crazy.
LA.
No. Good.
Nationally.
L.A. calmed down after the '92 riots. Okay, they took the drugs and money out of the L.A. So after '92, it calmed down a lot.
And
Mhm.
it's like, well, nationally, a lot of violence stirred up in the '90s
Yeah,
when you
yeah,
look at them,
yeah.
and it's like when they want to talk about this millennial shit and
Mm-hmm.
boomer shit, they act
Mm-hmm.
like I think a lot of motherfuckers were just watching this TV shit, and I'm like, a lot of you motherfuckers must have looked at Family Matters or Full House and thought that was everybody's life. No, motherfucker, majority of
No.
people were like poor. I'm
Yeah.
like, or barely making it, walking, working poor. And I'm like, what fucking wealth could you leave if motherfuckers were barely living?
The thing is, I don't mind, you know, because I talked to my mentor. She said you should leave something for your kids, but it's not a demand. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's something it's a suggestion that you should do it if you can. In other words, when you get finished leaving and you leave this earth, you leave something for them. Okay, an insurance policy, whatever. Right? That's a prudent thing to do. Okay, but
But
to
people,
demand for kids to demand that you do it, that's a different story. Okay, they don't owe you. Your parents don't owe you shit. Okay, they don't.
They don't.
not after you become an adult.
As you become an adult, they don't owe you shit. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't like that entitlement. Oh, you have to have generational motherfucker. You working? Where's your generational wealth? Okay,
I
especially
told you, BGS.
people that are 40 or 50 years old. Where's your generational wealth? Okay,
Yeah,
where is it?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I told you, BGS. A lot of that is you're wrong, Daddy.
The thing is, how's that going to help you? Okay.
It's not.
Yeah. So, would you consider Freud and Jung to be the authorities of shadow work? Would you recommend anyone else to find all the methods to conduct shadow work? Yeah. I would. Okay. Shadow work never stops. Okay. People think shadow work is something you have to do once and it's over. No, it
Nope.
never stops. Okay.
It sucks.
It's
It's
a
like working
continuous
out.
cycle, continuous
And
process.
most of the people that I introduced to shadow work ran from that shit, man, because it was too much.
That's what I was gonna say. I feel like I don't know what you want to call it, but what's his name? The nameless protagonist.
Mm-hmm.
He's described up there in his comment. He described it in the way that I guess I was seeing it
Mm-hmm.
before he said it, which is a requirement. Wait a minute, no. He said that you accepting the darkest part, basically exploring and confronting and identifying the darkest parts of you, of your
Mm-hmm.
being, that
Mm-hmm.
you would never want the light of day to see.
Yes.
That's the part. And I mean, like just objectively, like looking at yourself and saying, this is me. Like I'm gonna claim it. It
Okay.
might be, ugly
Okay.
or people might judge it, but
Okay.
this is me.
Okay.
That part.
Okay. The shadow work is understanding that the deepest part of you. Okay.
Hmm.
And that shit comes up. Not only what happens and knowing that it's there, but things also understanding why and what it does. Okay. That's
Not
the
just
shadow work.
That's the
acknowledging
thing. I
that it
don't think I want to
exists.
know the why. I don't think I want to know the why. I just want
That's
to.
why.
That's why you haven't done shadow work,
That's
baby
why you
That's
girl.
why
run.
you
That's
gotta
why you
do
run from
shadow work.
shadow work. Okay.
That's how we
You
know
do
you
that enough,
gotta
enough
do.
BGS. Okay.
Huh? You say
No,
Well,
what?
no, it's not.
No, it's not enough. Okay.
most people can see their
Okay.
fears. Most
Okay.
people can't face them.
Okay.
Hmm.
May I've been doing shadow work for almost as long as you've been alive. Okay. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. And people
I'm
that
not
actually
challenging it.
and people that have told how to do it, guess what they said? They dropped their shit and run. Okay, it's too much.
Damn,
Which is why,
you've been
which is
doing you've been doing this
yeah,
shit since the Middle Ages.
yeah, damn near, man. Basically, uh,
Since Monty Python.
I mean,
basically,
goddamn.
baby,
That's
Columbus was actually waving to me on his boat, man, as he's
well
leaving.
because
So,
May was
Mamma
a
mia,
flower
there's
girl.
a Nero on the island.
I mean, because May was a flower girl doing Agnotin.
Damn. All right,
that's
Charles.
fucked up. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. That's before the Middle Ages, though, Charles. Okay.
I know.
Okay.
It was funnier if I said Agnotin.
Now, shadow work is basically the same, right?
Hmm.
Uh, if you are a Buddhist monk, okay, uh, the way I'll tell you one way that they do shadow work, right? Okay, uh, look up the marathon monks, right? They walk. They do a 35-mile marathons for like 90 days straight, right? And they do that like 3 times, okay? And then at the end, for their rite of passage, also their shadow work, they don't drink food or water for 7 days. Okay, in other words,
That's a Zen Buddhist in Japan.
they bring themselves to death where they actually has to force they actually see
Hmm.
inside themselves. Okay, okay. That's intense, and most people don't have the fortitude to actually look at that. Okay, I know. Yeah,
Hmm.
the thing is that real shadow work is basically will actually transform your whole life. Okay, that's why Mike Tyson had to go do it. Okay, he had to face his shadow,
Or he
and
would have died.
yeah,
Or he would
that's
have
like
killed himself.
yeah, he would have killed himself. Okay, that's shadow work. You have to not only accept your shadow, but also understand your shadow, and most
Yeah,
people
that's
don't.
another level. That's
It's
another
very
level.
gru- it's very grueling.
That is shadow work. Okay, and most people don't have the fortitude to actually do that. In fact, one of my subs, right? We're actually doing animal work, which is part of shadow work, right? Okay, and basically,
Hmm.
if a man activates his animal, he's gonna have all these kind of intensive dreams, right? Okay. And most of the cats, once they get initiated to their shadow, to their anima that leads them into their shadow, start peeking inside of that shit, okay? They run. They drop it and run.
hmm
It's too
You gotta
intense.
you gotta think about it when you face many different things, many different fears, many different concepts. That's why we call women the mistresses of the unknown and men
Yeah.
the masters of logic. It's the fact that the matter that most people, when they actually see their fears and have to be placed in their fears, it's funny when you have a talk with God or whoever you believe in or whatever
Hmm.
spiritual animal you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Oh God, I don't want to go. I don't want to I don't know, and I said this. I don't know what I'd do if I lose such and such girlfriend. Insert here, number 15, I guess.
Yeah, yeah,
And guess what? He sent my black ass over to the Middle East. You'll find out what you'll do. Hey, I don't know if I'm. What if I got to face this big, strong guy in a match? He sends your ass in the finals with this big, strong guy. You
hmm
either gonna sink or swim, nigga.
yeah,
Yeah.
And
yeah,
you'll
And
pay.
you won in overtime.
yeah,
You were huffing it the whole time, but you won in overtime.
yeah.
But no, if you're not,
The,
if it's not grueling, it doesn't count.
there's a scene in Forrest Gump, right, with Lieutenant Dan, right, when they had that storm, okay,
Oh
and
yeah,
Lieutenant Dan was up on the mast telling God to come on, okay,
yeah.
and then after he faced God and faced his shadow and faced his fears, we're going into the cave. He came out a different man, okay,
Yeah.
completely different man,
If
okay,
you remember the following scene, BGS, he got out of his chair.
yeah.
He looked at Forrest and said, "I never got a chance to thank you." And the next thing, he jumps out of the water, jumps in the water, starts backstroking.
Backstroking, yeah. In other words,
And Forrest said he made his peace with God.
he made his peace with God. He actually internalized. He actually faced his fears, faced his shadow,
Hmm.
and faced all his disappointments. All sometimes he can become really quick. Okay, it happened
Hmm.
like that. Okay,
Hey,
that
Yeah,
y'all.
that's shadow work. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ever
And
been
look what
so
happens when,
cold
like,
you
20
thought
years
about
later,
pulling
next
the
scene.
Job?
So what? Go. Who's
I
okay?
said, people ever been so cold you thought about pulling what Job's wife told Job to do?
Yeah, yeah. Curse
Yeah,
your God and
yeah,
die. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Like being that cold, it's like, you know what? You know what? If I die right here, you know what? Screw it. But like you said, you wake up the next morning, you're like, okay, all right.
Be like,
Hey,
not today,
nothing,
motherfucker.
yeah, not that. Yeah, ain't nothing really that bad. Today is good.
Yeah,
I'll be all right.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I was actually Marco
yeah.
Polo's errand boy. Okay, that's how
Yep.
far back
Wait,
I go.
BGS, check out what G-Day said. Look what G-Day
Yeah,
wrote.
and Vasco da Gama, yeah, the navigator,
Vasco da
yeah,
Gama.
yeah.
Vasco da
No,
Gama.
he was a little kid, man, when I met him.
Amerigo Vespucci ass
Wait a
nigga.
minute. That means you met BGS. Just
uh,
to be a homer, not to be a homer or anything, but that meant you probably met Vasco's son, Cristobal da Gama.
yeah,
Nah, he knew
Just
Amerigo
that's
before
that's
he
first.
later.
came to just before
That's
he
later.
came to Eritrea and got killed.
Nah, he was a concubine, or like Nefertiti.
I hated Marco Coppola because I always had to carry his shit. Okay.
It's like it's like
Hey,
it's like I tell people
I'm
all the time.
sure. Mhm.
I say it all the
Go
time.
ahead.
You know the difference between a boy and a man is.
Talk about it.
And people be like, "What's the difference?" That man can't go back to being a boy,
Hmm.
and
Mhm.
it's like we the man. See, the boy dreams of being a man. That man knows he can't go back to being a boy. It's like there are certain things in your life you just can't go
Mhm.
back to. What
Okay.
changes you? This is the reason
Okay.
why, and it's we spoke about this before years ago, BGS.
Hmm.
Why some content creators are kind of stuck or they talk a certain way. Like
Yeah.
when you listen to Jason Black or Obsidian, they don't have
Hmm.
children,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
and it's
Yeah.
not having children actually stunts a lot of men's growth.
Yeah, you got to find another way to get it. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
like my brother and sister actually use my children instead.
hmm
So
And when you
My.
have a refusal, oh, I don't want to use your children. No, go take care of these motherfuckers for a year. Go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah,
And you'll see the difference of why your parents were the way they were, and
yeah,
that's why
Mhm.
when they talk about this generational wealth shit, I
yeah.
bet you overwhelming majority people talk about generational wealth don't have
Don't have
kids,
kids. Yeah, they probably
and
don't.
it's certain key things that I listen to on everybody's stream, and I'm like, you sound like a goddamn teenager, and they were
Shit.
like, and it's like people always assumed that it was easy. Go look at where black economics were back in the 40s and 50s, motherfucker, and tell me what you
Mhm.
think about. Eh,
They don't care, man. They whine because we got it so hard. Okay, okay.
You don't have it hard.
Uh,
You
They're exercising their
literally,
American right to
Miss
complain,
Ann, man.
Charles.
They just want to be Miss Ann, man. That's all.
Even if you have it hard, what are you fucking doing about it? You're a human being. You got agency. What are you doing about it? If you had it worse than we had it, go do something about it. Okay?
it's called survive or die. Because last time I checked, when motherfuckers complained about what a 10% tax on tea.
Yeah.
and
Oh yeah,
overturn the fucking country. What the
yeah,
fuck
yeah.
you do? If you the amount of taxes they fucking went to war with the fucking superpower of the planet at the time was Great Britain and won. Think about that. They were pissed about taxation. You motherfuckers
Without
get called a
representation.
you niggas you niggas get insulted in front of your faces and you bitch up. You can't even. First of all, I hate to say this. No man afraid of his bitch will ever be a true revolutionary. Oops.
Yeah, because you have to be not afraid to die.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, BGS.
Mm-hmm.
I just one question. When you had to put up with Marco Polo shit,
Mm-hmm.
did the Mongols look at you the same way the Japanese were intrigued with Yasuke?
Yeah. I mean, they just shook their heads and said, "Why you put up with this shit?" That's what they asked me.
Wow.
I
Well,
mean, but surely, but hey, I'm
Hey,
sure
hey,
some of them
hey,
was,
hey,
I'm
hey,
sure. Mhm.
that's what foreign women ask black men all the time. Why y'all put up with this shit?
yeah, that's the
What?
reason
Wait,
why it's
BGS, you
like,
said it wrong. You said it wrong.
Huh?
You said it wrong. You're supposed to
What?
say,
What?
she said it like this. BGS, are you not embarrassed? Why are you doing put up with her nonsense like this?
Yeah, that's
What
true.
is
They
wrong
do say
with
it that way.
you? Are you
No,
not
no.
embarrassed?
After the internet, they say exactly like that. Why y'all put up with that shit?
you know,
Why you put up
and
with
they
this
really
nonsense?
say,
Why you put? Yeah, well, they
With
want to
this
be polite
nonsense.
sometimes.
Yeah.
they
They got to
really
be
said,
polite sometimes.
Yeah,
you know,
Batman lived in his shadow. Okay,
Uh-huh.
Batman had faced the shadow when his parents got
Grandfather.
killed. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, he had to
Uh-huh.
face the shadow.
Good old Joe Chill.
Yeah.
So, BGS, you think that traumatizing situations also put you into shadow work?
A trauma? No, you don't have to be traumatized. Okay, normal shadow work is not traumatizing. Okay,
Oh,
it's
you
very
said when
gentle.
Batman's parents died,
You can be. I mean, he had to go into a shadow to heal himself. Okay, that's
He
why
was
you.
acquainted with the shadow when his parents died. But
Yeah,
he didn't do any shadow work back then. He just saw it.
he was
But
put in. He put into, but things to get out of his head and get over his parents dying. He had to go and do shadow work. That's how come he
why do you,
left.
Mhm.
why do you think he
That's why I
left to
joined the
go to
Society of
training?
Shadows.
Why do you
that
think
month,
he went
League
to
of
go?
Shadow.
Why do you
Go,
think he
The
actually?
League of Shadows, right?
Don't go
hold
by.
on.
I would slap the piss out of y'all for going by the movie.
No, no. Go ahead, Charles. Go ahead.
I said that's why he left to do the training for 15 years. He went to
Yes.
go to different things.
Yeah,
Don't go by the fucking movies.
and he had to learn to meditate and all that kind of shit to do shadow work. It's not just training.
Hmm.
Okay.
And most people don't go through things because they're scared of the real self. That's why
Yeah.
if you notice that it's like the mask.
Yeah.
There's so many people and there's gonna come a time when people see the real you. Like most people think I'm this mean, ogreish, angry all the time guy. No, I'm actually more nonchalant than
Yeah.
anything because I don't care. Like it doesn't like you don't get upset with this person. I
Yeah.
mean, I can't get upset with somebody who for me to get mad with because somebody's stupid, that's their problem, not mine. And people be like, "You made your peace with a lot of shit." I said, "If not, you'll go crazy."
Yeah.
And
If Vipassana, I learned this from Shinzen Young, right, which is the Japanese and Chinese Buddhist monks, right? What they do is they'll sit for like 3 days straight. They'll sit down. They won't sleep, just like the monks do. They won't sleep. They won't eat. They'll just sit for 3 days straight. Okay, that puts them into the takes them out of their body. Okay, and puts them into their shadow, into their feelings. Okay, so they can actually face what's inside their shadow. And it's ongoing. It doesn't shadow work doesn't stop just because you did it once. Okay, it's not a one-time thing. Okay, Luke was always struggling with his shadow. Batman was always struggling with his shadow. Okay, with his loss. Okay, that's why he did the
oh
work that he did.
yeah,
Yeah,
every great superhero always has their shadow.
yeah,
That's like what did Superman say?
Hence
You
why the
know,
Joker was always
the,
there.
it's. I mean, the Joker was the guy who the world is a joke. In some ways, it's true. It's like imagine being so powerful that if I just touch this person, I could just break every bone in their body. That
mm-hmm,
takes a lot of control and discipline not to
mm-hmm,
kill you.
yeah,
And that's what a lot of people like. People be like, "Well, the police, that's why with all that police brutality shit." I said, "That's not police brutality.
yeah, Yeah.
Go to Brazil and tell them how they do a bank how they foil bank robberies. They shoot up the bank.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's one way to do it. down in the third world, you got to do it that way. But shadow work is always ongoing. And
God damn, mute yourself.
is that Maggie cooking? I don't know.
May, you mean?
I don't
Maggie's not
know.
here.
No, Maggie's not.
May. I should say
No,
May.
I'm not. Oh, you funny. No, but I'm gonna drop down to the chat. Appreciate you, BGS. I told you I wasn't coming here for no trouble.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Okay.
I have
I
many aspects of myself you do know.
Huh?
And by the way, May, before you leave, don't forget to grab a mop.
But I'm surprised though. May really does have manners. She does know how to use them. I'm actually stunned. Okay.
What?
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
stunned. Okay. How many times you actually come on my channel and actually use your manners, May?
Very, very, very few times. I don't think at all, honestly.
And so but I know you have them. Okay.
I do. I do.
I know. That's why I had to
And
chase his other
Charles
chick.
helps with him being the enforcer. He helps his president.
I am
Charles,
just
you
a
are
humble.
huge. You are, man, like, good God. I had never. You look like
That's what she said.
You look like a adventure. Like, what did you call it? Like a superhero type of character. Seriously, you know that.
He knows it.
Yeah.
What you think I
I
did
think you
most
gotta
of
get
the
your
way.
clothes custom made. You're not finna wear no regular shirts and jackets.
You'd be surprised.
I mean, you bench what 450, Charles?
Highest was 5'10".
Oh, you got a 5? You got up to 5? You made it?
Yeah, got up to 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Years ago, I got up to 5'3" spotters. You got to be safe.
Yeah, you do. 500 pounds is no joke.
Once the bar starts looking like a frown, yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah,
that shit'll kill you.
Yeah, you won't remember it. And just be at the pearly gates. Okay?
It'll be so quick. Yeah, it'll be so quick.
No, you'll be dead. You'll be dead. No, you'll be dead.
You drop 500 pounds.
Yeah, you're dead. You're not gonna remember shit.
The lessons are very slow squeeze. Like, good God.
No. The bar drops. It slips out of your hand. Okay, yeah. What happened? Okay, you dropped the goddamn bar, Charles.
You can bruise your chest at 3. At 3, you gonna hurt yourself. 4, you in the hospital. 5, you just out.
You're out. You're
not
gone.
coming
You're
back.
gone. You're not coming back.
It kind of surprised my partner when I did the 405 in front of him, and he's like, "You just did that with no warm up, dude."
Yeah. All right, folks. Closing thoughts. We're gonna go over to Arts. I didn't get as many questions as I thought I would get.
Mm-hmm. Did you actually talk about the millennial shit?
A little bit. But thing is that I don't know why this stuff keeps going on. Because I got 3 of them. Basically, this happens all the time. The money's not yours, okay? The money that I have, I'm using to actually survive. It's not yours. I live in the house. You can't sell the house underneath me, okay? Money's
They
not
certainly
yours.
can't try.
They can't even try. I didn't sign it over. Money's not yours. We just knew a girl that didn't eat or drink for 7 days, and she said she found out things about herself that she never knew. Yeah, she went into her shadow. I mean, that's a harder way to do it. That's what the marathon monks do. Okay, that's what they do. They don't eat or drink. They just sit for 7 days. The thing is, you come so close to death that you almost cross over. So you actually strip away all your bodily functions and stuff like this. Just all go to waste because you're almost dead. But
have some actually died in the process?
Some did. Okay, but you actually pierce that veil and see into yourself and see into the shadow world. Okay, that's why you do it.
Yeah.
You know what?
I think because here's something I think some people forgot to mention. Like you mentioned ayahuasca.
Mm-hmm.
If you go to Central Africa, like Gabon in particular, you have something similar like that. Only instead of ayahuasca, they use something called iboga.
Yeah.
The bark of a large iboga tree or similar trees. And it puts you in a trance. I mean, there are certain healers who are certified and qualified to do those types of
Mm-hmm.
traditional medicine healing and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And they do constant shadow work that way. Usually, when they take the iboga, they're like gone for like 4 or 5 days at least in a
Mm-hmm.
trance,
Mm-hmm.
and then they regain consciousness because they just like go out of themselves just to clear their heads. And they use also this type of shadow work to help people with heroin addiction.
Mm-hmm.
That's why
Yeah. Yeah.
ibogaine, the component
And,
inside iboga, has been helpful.
yeah. In other words, basically, the reason you heroin it is because of internal struggle within yourself. Okay.
Hmm.
And the quickest way to get out is go use one of those herbs. Actually, uh, go inside your shadow and fix that shit.
Hmm.
But
Are you
but
familiar
see,
with Doctor? What's his name? Something Carl Hart,
yeah,
Columbia University.
yeah,
He's talked about stuff like this.
yeah,
How narcotics is used like as a form of escapism and such.
yeah, yeah. It is.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But you got to go in and heal it and get rid of the problem, just like surgery. Okay. Any
Hmm.
thoughts on why my anima may appear coy and elusive in regime? Because that's who you really are inside. Okay. That's your female
Hmm.
side. So whatever your female side is, go do your chart. And look at your moon. Okay. Whatever your moon is, that's what your anima is. Okay. Whatever your anima is, that's your moon. Okay. If you understand your moon, you understand your anima inside you. But your anima is just a guide to your shadow. Any thoughts on the enneagram by Riso and Hudson, or personality types to advance for high school senior? No, actually, um, the enneagrams were actually created by Jung. Okay, in 20, I want to say 2025 or something like that. Okay, using using astrological archetypes. Okay, he has used 4 of them, and that's where it comes from. So if you understand that, you kind of get a picture into enneagrams. They're helpful, but the thing is, there's always contradictions in the personality types. Okay, they are helpful. But the thing is, that's just one tool in the toolbox.
Hmm.
Okay, but the thing is, it's actually drawn from your astrology chart. So all those archetypes are actually astrological types. Instead of 12, I think he has 16 or something like that. But you just cannot take your astrology class along with your shadow work course. Okay, um, astrology is basically a, a peek into your shadow. Okay, it's not shadow work altogether. In fact, you can do them together. In fact, you can do one before the other. It doesn't really matter, um, because astrology is trying to give you a peek into the hidden side that you can't see. Okay, same thing with shadow work. Okay. Shadow work is getting in contact with your internal guide, which is your anima. Okay, women should be able to do it easier because their anima is connected to them. The thing is, their problem is controlling their anima, which they have to get into their animus with. It's called sacred marriage. Most women, like May doesn't have complete control of her animus. That's her problem. Okay, she's too into her anima. Anyhow, let's get out of here, folks, and we're going over to arts.
Yeah.
So,
All right.
All right,
Oh, I
BGS.
forgot. BGS.
mm-hmm.
Any last words I want to say?
Here's your beads. I forgot to give you your beads before I came in. Come on, this is a running gag. You cannot get mad at me for it. This has got to be a running gag now.
I will put them to good use. Okay.
Hmm. Oh, before I forget, also, you need this cane as well, because when you get to Nairobi, them canes are a status symbol, but they're also a symbol of authority. So people know, don't mess with him. You don't know what's in that cane.
Yeah, it's leave Baba alone, huh?
Leave out.
Hey,
Well, hey! If he comes to Ethiopia, we got to give him a gavi as well. That's a
Okay.
traditional white cloth that the men wear as well.
Okay.
You know,
Okay. Go
so
ahead.
that would come
Yeah.
in handy. Anyway,
Go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead, Chaos.
Um, in regards to a lady that always talk about this colorism nonsense, like most black women.
Oh, so Chrissy?
No,
The
no, no, no,
other
no, no,
chick?
no. The lady that called into your
Oh yeah.
show,
Okay.
the one that couldn't identify herself, right?
Mm-hmm.
It baffles me that you ladies know that you're the ones that keep up this colorism because you promote and want children to be less black. Black
Yeah.
men don't sit there and say, I don't want no dark, I want my babies to be this. Or no, he's not expressed that.
No.
He get the woman he want, and he's gonna procreate, and that's it. It's not, and like you said, it was brilliant. We focus on healthy babies. Does
Yeah.
the baby come out right? Does it look like it got deformed?
Yeah.
Does it look like it's gonna be retarded? That's more focus on a black man.
That's how come she was lying to me about the other two. Okay, she got
Yeah.
skin color. She knew about the other two. She was lying.
Yeah.
She was lying to me. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That
you
boy's
know
strong, boy.
that's why I don't like women coming on the panel with their narratives. They lie too much. Okay, you
Too
know
much. Yeah.
I hit right. We hit her right at home. I said, "Have you ever been in a circle of women with a newborn? The baby just
Yeah.
came home, right? What do they talk about?
She knew the first one. All right, right off the bat.
I said, skin. I said, where do you look? I said, cuticles or where? She said, behind the ears, right? Then you know the other two. Stop lying to me.
Stop lying. Yeah.
Yeah.
All y'all do this. Stop playing games.
Yeah. Stop playing games. Stop lying. As soon as you
That
said it,
faith
I knew.
argument.
If you know one, you knew the other two. Stop lying. Well, I don't know the other two. Bullshit. Get the fuck away from me. Stop lying. I don't have time for this.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, y'all.
It's time to go to
Appreciate
art.
you, BGS.
Go to art, guys.
Real quick.
I say appreciate you, BGS. Thank you for
All
having
right.
me up here.
All right. No problem. I just did this because I couldn't do it on the other channel. So I will
Yes,
see
sir.
you guys later. Okay.
Yep.
And with that, I just have two more words to say. Obama out.
Muzyka Denis 7.